Welcome back to Lesson 98. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. Sitting comfortably, close your eyes. Let's just take in this first paragraph. It says, "Today is a day of special dedication. We take a stand on but one side today. We side with truth and let illusions go." It's either one or the other. We will not vacillate between the two, but take a firm position with the one. We dedicate ourselves to truth today and to salvation as God planned it be. We will not argue it as something else. We will not seek for it where it is not. In gladness, we accept it as it is and take the part God assigned to us. See, the ego has all kinds of false truths in the dream world, and we know it's false when we have to uphold it or defend it. God's love needs no defense. In fact, remember, our strength lies in our defenselessness. The ego will have us believe we have to fight for the truth or fight for our freedom. All kinds of seeming truths and seeming viewpoints and seeming opinions. Would I rather be right about an opinion or right about a seeming truth in the world of form, or would I rather be happy? So we're being asked to question all of our values, all of our worldly ideas about what is true and what is not, and simply let it go. Today is a special day of dedication. We're going to stand on but one side today. We side with truth and let illusions go. How happy to be certain, it says in the next paragraph. It's the only thing we can be certain about, and it's not something we can see with our eyes. It's something we feel with our hearts. So we'll start with your legs up on the wall and your head on the bolster. And then wrap your arms around the end of the bolster. Maybe slide your hands a little closer together, but not pushing the shape, just bumping into the resistance. Close your eyes and rest. Just let your whole spine sink into the floor. Let your legs rest against the wall and feel the impact of the shape on your body. With your eyes closed, your lips together, breathe through your nose and observe the shape from the inside out. See if you can go through a day without sharing an opinion. See if you can go through but one day without defending a certain thought or idea or a person. Just get a glimmer of the freedom that's standing with God's plan for salvation. Side with God's defenselessness. Love is. It waits and judges not. Now slowly slide the bolster away with your hands. And if you can, you'll maintain the bolster on top of your hands as you slide it away toward the wall behind you. If it's too demanding, you can widen your hands toward the ends of the bolster, or you could put one or both hands on top. You know this shape now. Spread the fingers, open the thumbs. It's senseless to advance the shape. Instead, bring purpose to this moment. Bring purpose to the shape. Let it all be a communication with your higher mind. We bump into the blockages without resistance. That's our yoga. And slowly turn your head to the right. Maintain some reach. Maintain a little activity through your arms as you make the turn. Do not have an agenda about the turn of your neck. Don't try to see how far you can go. It's just as if you've never turned your neck before. Beginner's mind. Let the shape work for you. Keep it sustainable. And I'll read on here a bit. How happy to be certain. In a way, the certainty of joined oneness, the certainty of being part, accepting our part in God's plan for salvation, is happiness. How happy to be certain. All our doubts we lay aside today and take our stand with certainty of purpose and with thanks that doubt is gone and surety has come. Rest in that. Less effort, just rest. And we let doubt slip away and surety, certainty come in. It needs no defense. It says, we have a mighty purpose to fulfill and have been given everything we need with which to reach the goal. No one mistake stands in our way, for we have been absolved from errors. We start to realize there are no mistakes. There are no accidents. All our sins are washed away by realizing they were but mistakes. Now bring your head back to the center. And slowly, slowly turn to the left. Maintain a little bit of a reach. Remember, if it gets too demanding or tiring on your arms, you can widen them or put your hands on top. It's not a contest. I'm going to reread these last three sentences. Not one mistake stands in our way, for we have been absolved from errors. All our sins are washed away by realizing they were but mistakes. Now, the ego wants us to believe that our mistakes are in fact sins and cannot be forgiven. which brings guilt, and guilt demands punishment. So it's a horrible cycle of sin, guilt, and fear that keep us unhappy, keeps us in a state of fear, keeps us in pain, keeps us feeling separate and alone. And so we gently start to replace the idea of sin with mistake. Oh, I was just mistaken. And mistakes can be corrected through forgiveness. And though it may seem so, there's no order of difficulty in resolving this very thing, whether it's perceived as a sin or a mistake. There's no order of difficulty. The miracle resolves them all the same. We just have to want it. We just have to hold it to the light. And let Spirit shine the idea of sin and even mistake away. That everything, in fact, was right on track because it brought us to this healing moment. Now bring your head back to the center. Just a beautiful sentence. All our sins are washed away by realizing they were but mistakes. And mistakes can be forgiven. Slowly bring the bolster back underneath your head. Yeah, take your time. You could even rest your arms for a while and then come back up and get the bolster. All right, and then gently bring your arms down by your sides. And then push yourself back about 10 or 12 more inches. So you'll feel a little bit more like your legs are 45 degrees to the wall, maybe even a little bit more. There you go. Yeah. Just feel for what might be about 45 degrees. Arms at your sides, palms down. Legs and ankles together. Now, activate your legs and press into the wall. I don't want you to scoot back so far that it makes it easy to get the feet flat on the wall. For Lisa, they happen to be there, but for many, there's enough rigidity in the ankle and the knee that with the legs about 45 degrees or so, you won't have your toes on the wall. And that's okay because we want to have the yoga of opening these blockages and opening across the ankle and the instep. So firm your legs here, squeeze, start to move your feet toward the wall, if not into the wall. Feel this activity, feel the inner line of your two legs engaging, a squeeze. And we're not burning calories, we're not trying to accomplish something here. It needs to be sustainable. Slowly bring the right heel off the wall. Keep curling the toes, keep pointing. Keep the knee straight. Slowly bring the whole leg. Yes. Now Lisa's approaching 90 degrees here, but you may be much closer to the wall. And it's okay because I want you to keep firming the thigh, keep extending the knee. It doesn't matter how much we advance the shapes. We need not advance them to heal. There may be cramping in the muscles in the foot and the calf muscle. Dance with them. Don't be afraid of them. The way is through. Yeah. Avoidance will get us nowhere. Stand up into the left foot. Now open the sole of the right foot. Bring the right toes towards you. Squeeze the thighs. Extend the knees. Feel the oppositional movement in each leg. Lower your foot back. Step into the wall with the whole right foot. Squeeze your legs together. And slowly bring the left foot off the wall. Knees super straight. The ballerina shape with your foot. As much as you can, curl the toes. See, it's all about full usage of the muscles. It's all about the compression in the knee and the opening of rigidity across the top of the ankle and foot. And you continue to stand up into the wall through the right leg and foot. Bring the big toe mound into the wall. Yeah. And then open the sole of the left foot. Move the heel toward the ceiling. Now it's a stretchy feeling across the whole back side of the leg. Squeeze the kneecap. Squeeze your thigh muscles. You can press down into the floor with your hands. You can press the abs down. Keep standing into the right leg. Keep the left knee super straight and lower that heel to the wall. Good, and then rest your legs. We'll rest them here in this roughly 45-degree angle, and we'll just let gravity work on your knees. If it gets to be we won't be here long, but if it gets to be annoying or too painful, then just bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. I'll read paragraph 3 here. The guiltless have no fear. That's how we want to be. We want to be guiltless. And to get there, we have to wash away our sins, realizing they were but forgivable mistakes. The guiltless have no fear, for they are safe. They're safe because they're at home, resting in the extension of God's love. This is how they recognize their safety. This is you and me, and this is the direction we want to go, the inner journey. They do not appeal to magic, nor invent escapes from fancied threats without reality. See, there's no conspiracy theory. There's nothing that works against us. It's just unifying. It's just joining. They rest in quiet certainty that they will do what it is given them to do. We wait, we listen, we follow. They do not doubt their own ability because they know their function will be filled completely in the perfect time and place. They took the stand which we will take today, that we may share their certainty and thus increase it by accepting it in ourselves. All right, now bend your knees and push yourself back a little more. Stretch yourself out on the floor. And just resting here a moment. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. It's a special day of dedication. I stand on but one side today, the side of everlasting truth, everlasting love, perfect unity. It's there. Everything is given. Okay, now we'll just put the bolster underneath your knees. Lift your head, pull the bolster out, slide it crosswise underneath your lower thighs, near the knees. Hands palms up, about 10 inches out to the side. Just rest and accept your part in God's plan. It's so simple. So it says here in paragraph 4, they will be with us. All who took the stand that we take today will gladly offer us all they learned and every gain they made. Those still uncertain too will join us, and borrowing our certainty will make it stronger still. This is how we heal the world. It even says, while those as yet unborn will hear the call we heard and answer it when they have come to make their choice again. We do not choose but for ourselves today. And then it's just asking for 5 minutes on each hour. And then in each hour, we actually prepare for those 5 minutes of dedication. You may recall the lessons where it talks about our ability to maintain this connection, to maintain our idea for the day, to maintain that peaceful practice while we're having a conversation, while we're doing certain tasks, maybe driving the car. No matter what we do, we can remain a channel and remain part of God's plan for salvation. And then go ahead and push the bolster away with your feet. Roll onto one side. And when you're ready, push yourself up. You can pause a moment on your side. And you'll come to a comfortable seated position. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. It says in paragraph 9, give him the words, and he will do the rest. Give him the words, and he will do the rest. He will enable you to understand your special function. He will open up the way to happiness and peace and trust. These will be his gifts, his answer to your words. He will respond with all his faith and joy and certainty that what you say is true. this is the yoga that joins. This is the yoga that brings peace. And when we heal for ourselves, we heal for all. The ego has it upside down, that we have our own plan for salvation, that we got to fix and mend and get pulled into a dream of separation. No, 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 no. We just withdraw the projection. We come back into our healed center. Let God's plan come through. And as an outer symbol of that, bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.